Who wants to cover last time?
That was 4 weeks ago.
Oh.
That's a long time, and I wasn't here for it.
We ran to a bank, got some paperwork, because Sprocket had the paperwork, and Sprocket was not here.
Oh, that was that session.
Yep. And ran back. It's the short version.
So I didn't miss much. And now that I'm here, is the paperwork even necessary?
It already had to get handed in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They finished all of that. Or else they would not have made the auction.
Oh, was this to get into the auction?
Yes, you had to, register as, because this is, for large cost things. You can't just, walk in and be like, yeah!
We're going to the Barrett-Jackson. We had to be registered as a, participant. Got it.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And also have, basically your line of credit approved.
How did that go? Oh, did we even have to use credit, or did we just go look at our bank account?
Regardless.
We had to have escrow.
So you've made us deal with mortgages, you've made us deal with credit lines, you've made us deal with...
The
Very adult game, Ben.
The Revengineers file taxes.
You guys are the ones who decided to buy, the equivalent of a house on the water. So.
The houseboat.
Most houseboats.
Could be.
Shipping boats are not small. Small shipping boats are not small. All right. Well, that said, you guys were last settling in for your auction when you hear from behind you, carrying what appears to be some form of ice cream cone, a small voice. Hi, guys.
Am I
here?
Yes.
Okay. What?
Well, no, that is you.
Oh. Did I spend this entire time getting an ice cream cone?
Yes.
That's how you roll.
This shit took me forever to find.
We ran across town and back. And the amount of time that it took you to find an ice cream cone.
Lick.
Conrad gives a long-suffering look to his owl, and then back tiny gnome.
Eitri wants an ice cream cone now.
Roscoe tries to focus on the proceedings.
Oh, you want an ice cream cone? Here, I can show you where it is. Sprocket sees all the looks of disapproval, realizes he'll probably get eaten by an owl, and says he can wait until after the auction.
Yes, it can.
So do we know when the boat's coming up? What number it is?
Soon, PM.
None of you have checked yet.
We are checking.
All right. Where?
Is there a
You're the
brochure?
person.
Do we have a list?
There is. You have the placard with your number on it. Used for
Said
bidding.
he would like to ask them.
Yeah. They're going around and someone goes, yes, they ought to give you, Well, here, we have a spare one, and it appears like you kind of just ask around at some of the other people who are looking down their lists and brochures, and basically a spread. It's really just like quick bullet points of what was on the signage outside the boats before when you went and inspected the various boats and ships. The bad luck is near the end. It is stacked in with some top tier boats. And it is actually, where are my dice?
So wait.
It is second to last.
Uh-oh. It's among the, like, really hot shit out there?
It appears to be. It includes, before it is a racing schooner. Which is, reason for reclamation was lost due to taxes. For the racing schooner. And after it is a word, not a galley, but a small galley. Below that, but
a galley nonetheless.
yes.
Is the reason for the bad luck's reclamation listed?
Two things. It has listed on it, official city munitions carrier. Notes under it includes city stipend and munitions utility requires proper licensing, compensation included in stipend, as well as some other mentions of equipped for wartime retaliations.
Ooh.
So Sprocket turns to Roscoe and the rest of the group and goes, so we don't know who our competition is. Would it be good, since we have a little bit of time, to wander around and possibly listen in and maybe plant some seeds to see who we may be bidding against?
We got here
We
just
already
in
did
time.
that.
We got here just in time for the bad luck auction?
Yeah, the time I don't know.
For the auctions in general to start, like there's an admission time. You cut to the very edge.
Do we have like a little bit of time before the bad luck comes up?
Before the bad luck itself, yes. The first ships are starting to come, although the first ones are like ratty things. The people bidding on them are like the house equivalent of house flippers.
Uh-huh.
And yeah. And
So-
a few and one of the guys is wearing like an apron and things like that. He appears to be, and he has emblazoned on him. Everybody give me an intelligence check, actually, whether or not you recognize this guy's brand. I suppose.
Raw ability check?
Yeah. Actually, Siege can use his masonry. Now that I think about it, I think this applies.
Glad I got that awful roll out of the way.
Yeah.
How do I roll my...
I got a 21.
Wisdom?
I think you roll on the tool. You can you're just going to add your proficiency, really. So 21 definitely will get it.
Each
That
got a
will.
7.
Okay. What did Bernard get?
Intelligence roll?
Yes. And I'm going to... All rolls tonight are going to be majority based.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
can I use my observant skill during this, or will that not help me?
What's that do in this case?
If you can see a creature's mouth and you can read the language, you can interpret what it's saying. You have a +5 to passive wisdom, perception, and intelligence scores.
Investigation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not on this one. So this is an act of remembering of a detail. Although I will have to keep that in mind. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bernard just rocks it. So, yep. So that's more than half. So between the lot of you, Bernard remembers seeing it on people who were loading a bunch of lumber and things like that, and it jogs Conrad's memory, and he goes, "Oh, right, that's House Birkland. They're a large lumber supplier, especially for building contractors. They tend to take old ship beams and from wrecks and things, and apparently, possibly from these auctions, and supply them to the city, for various contracting."
So they're probably only interested if the price is relatively low than the value of the lumber on the ship.
If they're going for lumber, probably. I mean, I'll let you think that. It's whatever you think is true. But that seems reasonable to you.
Okay.
The correct way I should have put it is they specialize in reclaimed lumber.
So they're gonna reclaim the ship and probably turn it into new lumber.
Yes.
Good to know.
But there is also the possibility that they may need a ship for shipping.
Who else bid?
I don't want to overlead. Others there? Are you going to try and look around and see if you recognize people?
Yes.
I want to know who else bidded for those boats.
That's a yes. So yes.
Okay, well, other people around you. Let's see. Actually, you're passive. What's your passive insight?
A passive perception?
No.
Passive insight.
Yeah, that's because your observant changes that.
Or it's perception and investigation that it changes. Not
Oh,
insight.
investigation. That's what. No, I mean, I think that. No, that's the thing I intended it to mean.
I believe it's 16 if it's 10 plus investigation plus the 5.
Okay. Also, Roscoe, give me a perception check.
Okay.
Fine. Sure. So two other people come to, catch your eye.
Did you need me to roll for that too, or no?
No, I'm using
I
your
think we're
passive for just, kind of looking, catching the crowd and catching things. Eitri does spot a woman in red and in a red dress. She has long blonde hair. She appears to be elven. silver eyes, quite a bit older, who has her hands, like a muff, hidden away. And she's talking quietly to a very boisterous and very large dwarf. Large for a dwarf, vertically and horizontally.
Mm-hmm.
He appears to have enjoyed the best parts of life and continues to do so as he has small snack cakes he is slowly nibbling on.
Large hedonistic dwarf.
Eitri recognizes the dwarf as Borman von Grept.
Von Gret?
Von Grept. Grept. He's a landowner. Owns many farms. Tends towards large shipments from his own personal fleet. Not officially a nobleman, but chats them up a lot. Bit of a socialite, if you will.
House
Courtier.
Grept is somewhere way back there, I guess. So he's got an agrarian operation that is not small. That's what I'm understanding.
No, like huge plantations.
Okay.
Owns them up and down the Silver Run River.
Slavery?
Most.
Yes, no.
What's that?
Slavery?
No. Serfdom. For
Got
the
it.
most part. Not known for being particularly onerous, though having a well known for his demands in efficiency. Forgiving to a certain extent, but people who live on his land are well aware it is his land, and if things are going wrong, you will be moved. You will not necessarily be thrown out, but you don't have to be in charge of the land you're on. So, he's known for a somewhat famed 3 seasons policy. Basically, you have 3 seasons
To make this land profitable. And if you are not
you
making
have
it as profitable
3
as it could
seasons
be.
of not being profitable
Okay.
ever. Once you reach your 3rd, you know, he's this is what they say, though most people, it's not too hard to keep it reasonable, but basically his version of profitable is also something comes out of it.
Right.
It should not take too much, especially since all the farmland he has is particularly fertile. He really did, his family did quite well by staking out flood flats early.
So he'd be one to watch. He'd have a sharp eye for value.
Possibly. The other is Ethel Mistrek. Elven lady. Very often owns many of the businesses in towns. Family owns, forgetting the word, produces linens and cloth. Textile businesses. Sorry, blanking on the industry term. So-
Relevant to sailcloth as well?
Possibly. That's, I mean, a lot of it in town itself. But canvas, linens, also, things for clothes as well. Also supplying linen for armor purposes, for things like that, for like your padded undercoats and such. So that's her family's business. She's not directly too involved in it, though from what you hear, no one in her family is not really involved in the business, but she doesn't seem to seal to any of the day-to-days. So you don't know what the norm is for her. And then Roscoe recognizes he first recognizes a Crampton's knot, which is a specific hairstyle of the halflings of South Akatopa, specifically from, oh goodness, the GM's about to forget the name of his own capital, shamefully, all at once. I've got too many names.
I feel it there.
We gotta have this map up at all times, apparently.
Yeah.
Sport. No.
But yes, the capital there, it is important mostly because it is a military haircut, specifically to the Navy. And this is a captain, but a rather ambitious and well-known captain from the Akatopa Navy.
Okay. He, she.
His name is Shelrak Smythe. He is a hawk-nosed, beady-eyed half. Looks like he's staring down his nose at you even when he's looking up at you.
Has a reputation, does he?
Yes. Reportedly, he once had a crew mutiny on him, and he sailed the ship back solo.
He's a badass.
Wait,
after imprisoning the lot.
I was about to say. Okay.
Hello.
Hello! Welcome to the game. We missed you.
Hello. Sorry I'm late.
You sound tired.
Indeed.
We got started a bit late, so you actually haven't missed too much.
Yeah. Better or worse, I broke the website.
Auction time. So we've gotten our eyes on 4 attendees that, if they were bidding against us, would prove challenging. They all seem the sorts that have the means or attitudes to get what it is they have their eyes on.
So, do we know if the bad luck has any sort of a reputation?
For bad luck?
Not particularly that you've heard of.
We should have started spreading rumors.
I'm thinking I may do that.
Late.
It's not too late.
I guess it's never too late for Sprocket.
It's on about the 5th or 6th ship. Now, there are about 30 ships up today.
Okay, so we've got, like, a good 20 ships.
Yeah, they're not going, these ones are going faster, because there's not as many people bidding on them. And the bids for these ones are pretty low, and they're kind of rushing them along.
Do I see, like, I may have to get, like, a boost up from the elf or somebody like that, since I can't really see. Okay, E3 holds me up. I'm looking for like a peanut gallery of people not necessarily bidding, but there's always people there to like look at the goods going, and they're gonna be commenting on everything. Do I see a section kind of like that?
Not quite. You see, you didn't get the full description. You're inside like a purpose-built pavilion, which is like a half warehouse with grandstands in it. And the auctioneer is out on a platform that suspends from the middle of the roof and is reached by a catwalk. And he comes down some steps so that you have a full view of the ships, and you can look up, and he can boom out his voice above you to see anyone raise their cards.
There's like a canal, right, where the ships are brought in?
Yes.
How are these four people we saw? Are they are they scattered about?
In the grandstands, yes.
First of all, I will look around. Who wants to start, and say kind of quietly, who wants to start a rumor?
Me, pick me.
Go
Roscoe,
on.
Roscoe doesn't stop you.
So what I'm going to do is I am going to start a rumor that the bad luck is cursed. And if we
Please
start
don't
getting
have magic for this.
competition bidding on it, and they seem intrepid on getting it, I'll use my awakened mind and talk in their head. And try to creep them out.
Okay.
Oh my god. Hold on. He hasn't told me that he's going to do that, right?
I'm kind of whispering this plan to the group.
Oh. Does Roscoe think that there may be, magical enforcement of the rules of the game here?
You tell me.
You want me to detect magic?
This is not a rinky-dink operation, he says.
Do you want me to detect magic?
You're saying the ship isn't cursed?
Exactly.
Well, technically, hasn't it killed all of its captains?
Right. He gets me.
Conrad pipes up in a somewhat overloud voice, cursed.
Yeah.
Indeed. All the captains have died.
Which ship is this?
The bad luck, my friend.
Oh man, that's gonna be a hard sell.
Well, your money.
A lot of you.
Sprocket?
Give me a deception.
Do I have advantage because I truly believe the ship is cursed?
Was this only the people involved in that? So Siege,
Sure. Bernard can use a performance check instead.
I rolled an 11. Unless we have advantage.
I rolled a 22.
I got a 13.
Okay.
Maybe
Wait, does somebody have a spell that they can throw their voice? Bernard, don't you have a spell where you can throw your voice
Why?
as an arcane trickster?
you should do a detect magic before you start slinging spells around this place, says Roscoe.
I do not.
Okay, I mean, we'll see how. Oh, mine.
Oh, I
do
can.
that?
I can.
Oh, I can do that too. Okay, good. Well, let's wait. Start the rumor up in a little bit more, a little bit later, in a different area. Wait like 6 or 7 ships, and then like walk away and try to start it elsewhere.
Well, you don't really walk any. You're
are we just
like you're in
We
grand.
have assigned seats.
Okay.
Well, not quite even
quite
that,
assigned.
but it looks really weird to move.
Okay,
It would be like standing, like by grandstands, I literally mean like bleachers. Like
Roscoe.
they're somewhat nicely set up. These are somewhat nicely set up. Specifically, the section that you guys are all in, which has been kind of taped off, is like not quite the box seats, but they are seats around small tables. Clearly, people who are bidding here, ones with significant amounts of money.
I'd like to go wander around, like, if we're gonna wander around and find places to go, I'd like to go visit the Tamfessi guards, because I already met them. I can go hang out with them if I get bored. Or, quote, bored, and I can take someone with me to go talk to them. We can spread the rumors from there, too.
Okay.
Yes,
Your bird flies where you want it to go, right?
it does.
So does my fire.
If somebody were to, say, walk a little ways away, maybe outside the area that might be warded, and, say, cast an illusion of some sort on your bird or your fairy to make it kind of creepy, and then have it float off the ship or something, you know?
Yeah, Scaron can look all kinds of creepy later.
Ben, you can't. I'm asking you specifically. You can't telepathically hear your familiar, right?
Me? I think I. Let me double.
Know
Yeah.
exactly what Scaron's going to do when the time comes.
I am double checking.
We're such a shady group of assholes.
We really are.
Speak for yourself. I'm a man of the cloth.
Wonder how your deity feels about. Oh, it's Wazzik.
There we go.
Doesn't
He's
care.
not technically the trickster god, much.
He's not the trickster god just because Ihatuo is.
Yeah. Well. Meanwhile, in the efforts of time, another ship passes and you start getting into the more interesting vessels. There are... You've gotten through kind of the reclaimed, this is garbage, you wouldn't even look at it. Bernard pipes up at one that's all gold-leafed and shiny. He goes, what about... Roscoe kind of elbows him and points lower down where there's a large gaping hole in the side.
But the
you
shine.
can see where inside, like, the beams have rotted. And this is literally a gilded ship.
You mean it is a...
That's what's going on.
No, it's a gilded shit.
Right.
Yep.
Abandoned shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, how much are they going for? Like, what's the price been at?
That
for
would
the
be worth
shitty
knowing.
one?
Then the going rate this one.
It's very dependent. It's because these are all over the place as far as what they can be used for and things like that. But ships around the size that you are looking at have been going for about 15,000.
Okay.
But they are also in. So like some of them are worse for wear. And a lot like all these ones are mostly like reclaimed for tax reasons. So they're in pretty bad shape in some ways. Or it's just you get the impression that people are like leery of their up.
Keeper, when the familiar is within 100 feet of you, you can communicate with it telepathically. Additionally, you can, as an action, you can see through your familiar's eyes and hear what it hears until the start of your next turn.
Okay. Then in your head you hear, boss.
That,
Hey. I can't turn invisible.
okay then.
Yeah, I'm not leaving this pocket.
I poke Roscoe and go, okay, so magic is a no-go.
I thought as much.
At this point, I wander over to some Fessy guards and suggest start showing rumors from there. But I take someone with me because I'm terrible at talking.
I'll go.
Okay. The next ship up is a very large galley, and these all went by pages, and you did notice that they got a lot more extravagant in some of their descriptions once it hit this page. This is a large galley. It has portholes for cannons. You can't see any cannons on board. And the sail is strapped down, everything is lashed down, and it is being pulled through by ropes because the sails would be much too wide to fit into this pavilion otherwise. It's even had its main beam taken down to fit in.
A galley with cannons.
Oh, also, is there like a staging area where there's like, this is the one that's currently up for auction, there's the one on deck kind of thing?
Kind of. You can tell that like they're bringing around the next ship at all times, so they're swinging them throughout. So it's like as this one's in, you can see the other one being pulled around the canal and into the docks. They're mostly being pulled by like donkey ropes and things like that. And this one is the Her Lady's Hope.
Where is it on the trireme to modern ship spectrum? Galleys?
Pretty modern, actually.
Okay, like 1500s galley.
Yes. Really. That's going to be difficult for me because I'm not a ship expert. But
pictures. I don't know why this suddenly matters to me, but why not? More like that than a trireme. What I'm getting from you.
Well, yes, yeah, much more like that.
Okay. Perhaps not lateen rig.
It appears to be designed for mostly sailing and coast sailing, but it looks like it's a ship designed to be able to go up rivers. Hence the oars and such. It has it sits high in the water, and it's actually a lot wider than you would normally expect. And the auctioneer does state as such, and reports that the cannons have been stored as per regulations until purchased in the city armory, specifically the Blue Legion Armory. When it is purchased, it will include 12 cannons, 3 of shot grade, 1 of... They refer to it as full mast bore. You're not actually sure what that means.
Bore or bore?
B-O-R-E. Probably.
Yeah. So imagine firing bores from a cannon.
What are bids at right now for it?
The bids are currently up to 20,000.
Ah, full mast bore. I see. They can be concealed and run out quickly. Imagine Roscoe.
Alrighty then. Question. Since I wasn't here for this, is that $20,000 line of credit? Or is that 20,000 including the 13 we have in the bank?
Does anybody else recall exactly?
No,
Alex said he just remembers 20,000 as some important number.
20,000 is our line of
yeah,
credit.
20,000 is what we were approved for in terms of the line of credit, above and beyond what we have in the bank.
Okay, so technically we can go up to like 33 or so if we actually have to.
Technically, yeah.
Okay, good. It's a bad idea, but good to know.
Right. I think 20, right around 20 would be our.
Because like
Bidding had stopped at 25,000. Do I hear 26?
A small hand
25,
rises out of
going
my pocket
once.
and I slap it.
Did you just say a tiny hand raises in your pocket?
Yes.
Funny, and I'll give it to you.
Scaron is soaring out over
25 going twice. 25 sold.
Did any of the guys we noticed buy it?
House Bertrand was bidding on it, but lost. To
So we don't
a
recognize.
short, gray-haired man with sort of greasy, scraggly hair underneath a wide-brimmed hat. So, a few more ships passed. Some of them way out of your price range, including a. They bring it to the outer docks. They can't actually bring it into the pavilion itself. There is one galleon going.
My, what a fine ship, says Roscoe, loudly as he
Yes.
would permit himself.
Has
What is
a.
it go for?
It is currently its starting bid is at 50,000.
I see.
It's a big ship. You could put the bad luck on it, practically. Like the bad luck could fit inside of its hull. It appears to be primarily for shipping, though it does have its own defensive armaments, including a front-mounted pair of ballista, some side cannons, and a pair of aft cannons, which are frighteningly enormous.
Oh.
Question. Spraga turns to Roscoe. Do we need to bid on little things so that we're not just coming out of nowhere for the one ship?
Yeah, we should start paying attention to something.
Yeah, who has the bidding paddle?
So what's his initial asking bid?
More than
Yes.
Probably.
50.
Oh, yeah.
For this
yeah,
ship
well, this is
and the
not one.
building done going. Meanwhile, since there's nothing else going on, that like you can't bid on this, I assume that Eitri is walking down to talk to the Tamfesi guards.
Yeah,
Yup.
just spread rumors from different locations.
Oh, okay. So what are you going to tell them? You approach these guards and their large dragonborn who eye you. But do note your symbol and such. Give you a sort of nod, cautiously.
Open with, so what boat do you guys think is the coolest boat?
I don't have opinion.
Which boat looks the prettiest to you?
The one that makes the most, suppose.
Those guys are a bundle of fun.
Is there another one I can talk to?
No, there's only really one here. Doesn't tend to be a need for a lot of guards at, an auction.
I want to have a conversation with someone else from my religion. I don't get to meet a lot of people outside of my island. You're not making me happy. Fudge off.
Fair, but I am working.
Help you? you?
You could, if you weren't part of the crowd.
Conflict of interest.
Hi. And I give the colloquial, like, Tempest's greeting or blessing or whatever it is. I forgot what it was.
Okay.
Like,
Bidet.
Good day.
curious on my conversation with him, seeing that the Tempest guards think that this boat is the best boat ever. But the boat that's coming up next is like the boat that Tempest wants.
Well, it seemed more like he was intentionally attempting to give you non-answers.
You know what I'm telling the people I'm walking past so they get back to the seat?
Oh, okay.
Tempest feels about lying, but you know, no one else knows what I said to him.
Mm-hmm.
People, he can deceive people. Sorry, I'm controlling the push to talk, so I'm trying to hit it when he's talking.
Yes, that's undoubtedly tricky. In fact, I'm sure it is. You need to give him his own push to talk. Map a second one. You can do that.
We did.
They even
Oh,
sell
then
floor
you're just
pedals
being
that
lazy.
do USB inputs.
Or I can use a mouse and a keyboard.
Or that.
Yep. Anywho,
So can I deceive people? As I go
meanwhile, another ship comes up that's more in your price range. I don't know the class.
That's fine. Let's just start on the low end of this.
Yeah.
Whoever has
But
the
its
battle-
starting bid starts at 10,000.
Paddle up.
What?
Paddle goes up.
Oh. I was going to say. You got one bid for 10,000. Do I hear 11,000? Fine ship. Sailed many voyages. Recently overseen and repaired. Captain retiring. 11,000. Paddle goes up behind you.
Wait for a third bidder until we go in again.
That's right.
Do I hear 12? That's 12,000.
Now.
13,000. 13,000.
Paddle up.
14,000. 15,000.
Okay, we're out now.
15. Do I hear 16? 16.
Okay, good.
16,000. This ship has done quite well in its time. It has brought in far more than 13,000 a year. 17,000. There I hear 18,000. 18,000. New sails, new rigging, freshly freshly treated timbers. Do I hear 18? 17, going once. Going twice. At 18. 18,000. Do I hear 19? And if you're not going to bid on it again, it sells for 18,000.
That's fine. Who did it end up with?
A short man. That's sitting about 2 seats down from Shelrak. He's wearing thick glasses. And smoking a pipe.
Did people acknowledge that we were bidding?
To a given extent.
I mean, it's kind of hard. If you're paying attention to the, like, if you're one of the people bidding on something, you notice the other people who are bidding on it.
Yes.
Did it sell-
Bertrand
sorry.
was bidding on this as well, although he stopped quite low.
Indeed.
Sprocket will turn to Roscoe and slightly too loudly go, "Damn, that would have been a nice ship. Freshly repaired?"
Yes.
What did that galleon
Um,
go for?
The galleon ended up going for 237,000 gold.
Excellent. Who did that go to?
Shelrak.
Okay. Oh, and he's still bidding. But
Yes.
like still at least half-heartedly bidding.
Yes. Give me an insight check.
Yeah. Not my strongest. Give it a try.
Technically, that's for Scarion.
Oh,
How about that?
it wouldn't be too much different. Yeah, mine would have been zero.
That'll work. So Conrad notices he's bid on everything with a cannon.
Oh,
Conrad relays to those sitting around him.
That man.
Hidden cannon on
That guy.
These would be privately owned by him, but he holds a commission. Or he's retired.
He is still, so far as you know, he's still in the Navy. He is in fact still in uniform.
Is it legal for a naval officer to own a ship privately? I guess why not?
he probably has like he's
Possibly.
probably getting these for the Navy.
He's one of few ships.
Yeah, he probably has the budget of the Navy.
Do I think that's likely the case, that he's here as a representative
Given
of
that
the Navy?
he's bid on, like, I mean, he's rather like sort of a folk hero of the Navy, bit of a folk villain of the Blue Legion. It's more likely that he's bidding for the Navy. You don't imagine he's extremely wealthy being a captain.
Right, I mean,
regardless of how famous.
Right, you would have some means, but you wouldn't be.
You wouldn't be
be mobile.
buying a galleon, 2 galleys, two schooners with mortars.
Unless you had
No.
a sudden investment stream and some ambitious, very ambitious plans.
Right.
Okay, so the Occam's Razor said this is on behalf of the Navy.
Probably.
Okay.
And let's see. Another schooner arrives. This one is unarmed, but is designed for speed.
Indeed.
Not the racing schooner, though that will be coming up.
But this one is swift.
Yes.
Could be with some effort competitive.
Most definitely. Actually, it's on the last page. It's amongst the last 6 or so. That's again, like, you know, now that we're getting down to the wire. You're about you're 4 away from the bad luck. The last 3 are again not a galley. It went. The last one is another galleon, like a class galleon, I will say. Necessarily again.
If this next one's a racing schooner, does it have the starting bid down?
The starting bid starts at 15,000.
Should we bid once for it?
It's worth at least that.
And this
Paddle
is
up.
not the racing school. Fast. But this is like this is designed not for fighting pirates or anything like that, or even
Let's-
sending them off. This is meant for outrunning them.
Let's bid,
Right.
Let's bid once on it.
Paddle up. It's worth at least 15, given some of the other stuff we've seen.
That also meets what we have bid before.
So we bid 15.
All right. 15 going once. 16.
17.
18.
9.
Borman is
Foreman is bidding.
voting.
Excellent. 19.
There's a pause. Borman is considering. He goes, 20?
We're out.
Raises his
No.
paddle.
Stop. Sprocket will jab Roscoe.
Roscoe is done playing. Roscoe's done playing. I'm playing
20,
chicken
going
with our money.
once. Going twice. Sold. 20,000.
Roscoe gives Boardman a nod of respect.
Is Roscoe on someone's shoulders?
Well, many of the benches are.
Elevated.
Okay, so Roscoe and Sprocket are standing on their seats to actually be able to see.
Probably.
I glare intimidatingly at whoever's bidding against this.
Well, I mean, they're around these small tables, so pick
Rocket
the
is
section
probably
with
sitting on
mix
the-
of heights of.
Aha.
They're sort of like well, they're like booths. Oops, I just saw the Jazz sent me a message. Feel bad, that was actually. Just give me one moment, guys. Let me make sure he's all right. Yes. So Borman looks contented.
Indeed.
Someone just joined the channel.
I accidentally left because I clicked on
Ah.
Jazz's icon to see if he was back. I did a dumb.
Oh yes, no, I've done that before. Where I'm like, is it down here? Oh, jeez. All right. So
So Borman's happy. That's good.
that was the Silver Lancet sold. Okay. And then one more ship showed up. It is larger than a schooner class. I wish I had a list of classes of ships. It'd be a little easier.
I think there is in the player's handbook. I'll look real fast for you.
Yeah, it's tiny. It's like, here are your 3 kinds of ships. There's a
Yeah.
lot more.
So, I mean, obviously a galley
You can do a
is a
skiff.
coastal military.
This is a merchant ship. It's on the large side of a schooner. Built more for not crossing the channel mostly. Looks like, and it's named the Bay Runner.
Uh-huh.
It is a 3-sailed ship. It has 2 guns either side, and 1 4-mounted ballista. I should add that all of its armaments are older style ballista and crossbow style.
Mm-hmm. So, a little, not the most up-to-date armaments, we would say.
No. Starting at 12,000. Long run of pedigree, excellent ship. Mistrick begins bidding on it. 12.
Oh, excellent.
Bertrand counters.
That's good.
Others
Yeah, I
through
see
the
no
crown.
reason to get involved in this.
All right. The racing schooner is next, which you have 2 more ships till the bad luck.
Should we start the rumors or should we wait? No, let's wait until we can see it and then start murmuring about it.
All right. That one ends up going up to 28,000.
If you're going to start bad rumors about the bad luck, be away from me when you do it. Since I'll
Right,
be
we should probably
simultaneously
split up.
bidding on it.
It's time to split the party.
I was gonna say I would when it comes into the because I'm not going to be involved in the bidding. When I can see the bad luck like in the like the staging area, I'm going to go to the outhouse or bathroom area, and on the way, then I'll start doing the murmurs.
All right.
Eitri, would you like to come with me to help?
Again, to meet more Tanfesti guards. Be social.
Yep.
Up comes the racing schooner, the silver lining. Bidding starts at 25,000.
Whew. It's a fine racing schooner.
This ship has beat all records. Lost due to tax evasion and arrest.
Couldn't outrun the feds.
That I could afford to operate such a ship.
You look up and you're laughing at this, and you note that, oh my goodness, I've had his name in my head the whole time, and now I'm blank on it. Your friend from the secret police, the Kingfisher.
Oh,
Oh,
Covius. Am I right on that?
you are.
Good. I had to flip back in the notes now.
I think we're indifferent about him.
Yeah, we're okay with him. The question is whether or not he's indifferent about us. But he appears not to be too concerned with our behaviors. Yeah, Covius is bidding on a racing schooner.
This schooner being auctioned off by the Kingfishers themselves. It has been checked over and is in excellent working and running conditions. Bidding starts at 25,000.
My, what a fine ship, says Roscoe. Perhaps a little too loudly.
Perhaps. Are any of you going to bid?
That's too much for our blood. Even if I could win the bid, I might. I surely couldn't afford to sail such a ship. That is a pure
All right.
luxury.
Von Grapt looks quite bitter. Not bidding. Whereas, and no one.
Von
This
Graft is
ship has broken every record in the racing sprint. It is capable of carrying cargo and can deliver messages, goods, and anything else you need faster than anyone else can. Sure to make you a fortune.
So wait, you're saying nobody is bidding on this?
Not yet.
Man, 25 is a steal for this, right? Like Roscoe's like,
It's a steal for it, but it's a tricky one because it's been modified for speed.
Right.
To the extent where its cargo is not as much, it has less cargo hold room than normal.
you'd have to be running some really valuable goods. Perhaps you'd have to be operating on the black market in order to make it worthwhile.
Maybe, although it also is legitimately, most of its previous money was made in actual competition racing.
Right.
But yes, in its other time, it runs basically high value mail and packages from port to port and other things which are more time sensitive than they are weighty.
All right, now, Von Grept got himself a fast schooner. What's the stick up his ass now? He'd wished he'd waited for this one?
His companion appears to be chuckling at him before she pulls a hand out of the muff and reveals a paddle and bids for the first time. 25,000! 25,000! Do I hear 26,000? 26,000! Anyone?
I'm gonna watch closely.
If Sprocket sees Roscoe so much as twitch.
Oh, Roscoe's twitching. Like he's got ants in his pants.
25,000! Going once!
Oh, what a fine ship!
Going twice!
Roscoe, you hear in your head in my grindy gear voice, I will end you.
No, you don't.
No, you're right, you don't, damn. Sprocket wants to. You hear in your ears Sprocket whispering, I will end you.
I hear a little buzzing where there should be a magical voice.
Gold!
An excellent price. Congratulations, madam.
She looks up, and they are about 2 benches down for you, and she goes, and she nods at you, and she just looks at Von Grept, who has the face of someone who's eaten something real rotten.
Dude should have read the pamphlet.
Well, to be fair, it does read in the pamphlet that the bidding will be starting at 25,000, which is low. And everyone got to preview these ships. Like, anyone was able to like walk around and look at them, though you hadn't looked at anything else.
It says in the pamphlet what it's starting at?
Yeah, for the most part.
What does it say for the bad luck?
It starts at 15,000.
Alrighty then.
How fucked are we?
So, the bad luck has been being pulled around. It pulls it. One BLSS bad luck. Starting bid at 15,000. This vehicle does include a military stipend for carrying government equipment, artillery. The artillery has been moved by professionals for, as I am told, the Kingfishers for its own protection and to protect it from theft in the meantime, and will be returned afterwards by the licensed professionals.
Oh, Lord.
Sprocket coughs.
So is Corvius like staring bullets into me now?
You glance up and do you look at Corvius?
Oh yeah.
He is placidly sitting there. Well, the instant the second licensed professionals happen, a single laser beam exits his eyes and drills into you, and you are aware that you are known of.
Okay.
And that someone has covered for your ass.
Someone has definitely covered for my ass, for which I am extremely thankful and give him the most cheapest look I can imagine.
That said, bidding starts at 15,000.
Pedal up.
15. Do I hear 16? 16. Do I hear 17?
Who's competing?
Smythe.
Alright, Smythe.
Pedal
up, 16.
Has there been any jeering from the crowd at all, or is it a fairly respectable... Like,
No. These are like aristocrats. They don't miss me.
Okay, damn.
Not your kind of crowd.
Yeah.
No,
Pedal up.
because Sprocket was gonna yell, what happened to the last captain?
Right, I was at
17 or 16?
I
17,
was
I
at
think.
70,000. You bid at 17,000, so it's 18,000. 18,000, 19,000.
Well, two other people bid already? Or he's saying 19.
17,000, so someone else bids 18,000. Now he's calling for 19,000.
Oh, okay. Paddle up for 19, and Scaron lights on Smythe's shoulder.
$19,000. Do I see 20,000? And a paddle raises up at
And Scaron dodges it, or attempts to dodge it.
what? Attempts to dodge the paddle?
Yeah.
Oh, the paddle he's just raising it. It's not like he puts it in the air. He just flips it up.
Well, Scaron's on his shoulder.
On the other hand, what's Scaron's AC?
Not so hot. Let me check. Not terrible. Here he is. Ah. His AC is 12.
Check from Scarion? Or dexterity?
Yep. There's not a button there to roll that. Oh, there is.
Smythe, without blinking, snaps his other hand up and snaps Scarion's neck.
Oh!
Oh,
Did he just lose his
I
bird?
imagine that's very bad luck, says Roscoe.
I'm going to be honest. After I asked for the AC, I very cruelly rolled a 20. And then I was like, this still has to be a grapple check, right?
Fair.
He rolled a 13. I don't need to
Totally
look at his stats.
good. Totally good.
I was like, lives up to his name, don't it?
So Roscoe continues bidding.
You're at 20,000 then. I believe.
I am.
It's at 20,000. 21,000.
So he bid 20?
Yes.
Okay, 21.
22,000. 22,000. Do I hear 23,000?
Yes.
23,000. 24,000. 24,000. Do I hear 25? 25.
25.
25,000. Do I hear 26? 26,000. Do I hear 27,000?
Give it a little time. Too much.
26,000. Going once.
Now.
26.
26,000. I hear 27,000. My internal auctioneer's like, did I mess that up? It's way harder when you have to do it in audio.
Yeah.
27,000. Do I hear 28,000?
28.
28,000. Do I hear 29,000? 28,000. Going once. Going twice. 29,000.
Shit. 30.
30,000.
5.
30,000. Going once. Going twice. Sold.
Way to dredge the party if it's every penny.
No, we still have like 3,000 or so. We're also in debt for 20, but
Yeah.
I won't tell you how high he might have gone.
well,
Oh.
we could have gone to 35. So
I know he can go. Well, you said could have gone to 35. That's. Whew.
I'll,
that would have
share
been
it back.
cleaning us out. That was
Alright,
me
so-
taking my personal stuff, Eitri taking his personal stuff, and
Yeah,
chucking
no,
it into the
that would
party
have
stuff.
actually cleaned us out. So, Good news, those professionals can restore that equipment. At their leisure now, I think.
It does come with a stipend, at least.
It does.
So, that said, Eitri has actually noticed during the next ship, which is listed as a unclassed, sized as midship schooner, but it has some oddities about optional sail and alternative locomotion.
Huh.
Starts at 25,000, but it isn't up here yet. Pardon us, ladies and gentlemen, as we wait, for we will be needing some extra time to bring up the next ship.
What do I notice about this?
Well, it's not there yet, and it hadn't been pulled up and around.
Did we just screw up and possibly buy a boat? We should have waited and looked at the last one. And
No,
that
because
was
I'm pretty
me.
sure it's going to go with this.
Probably.
It does start at 25,000.
Yeah, it's probably also like an airship or some shit like that, but who knows?
You
can
smell
steal
smoke. Like lots of smoke. Like burning pitch.
Uh-oh. It's the totally not junk.
A few minutes later, what is got to be one of the loudest things you have ever heard on the water thuds at you. You hear this black smoke comes out of a chimney in the back of this wide, somewhat flat ship. It is long
Ironclad.
and large, but it has some rather minor sails. But it has this, like, it basically has two hulls on either side of what is a very obvious gap in the middle. And water behind it is just churned up and muddied behind it. And there is a god-awful racket coming from inside. Conthum, 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 conthum.
Most assuredly, some work of gnomish
And then
insanity.
someone from the crowd, a short and you will note stereotypically gnomish person, says, "Too much shit."
What did he say?
Couldn't make it out real well, but too much something.
Too much
Oh.
shit? Too much ship?
And you see some people up and look at and kind of moving a bunch of levers, and someone pushes one in, and smoke cleans up a little bit coming out of it, and suddenly you hear as the engine gets much louder inside of this thing, and it nearly beaches itself as it leaps forward.
Has Sprocket ever seen anything like this?
Not on a ship.
What have I seen it on?
I don't doubt Sprocket is in love.
You've heard the noise from some of the old forges at home. The ones that beat the song of home. Sprocket probably starts humming Iron and Coal under his breath. Which is the song of home.
Yeah, Sprocket is very interested.
Not
Not that we can do
it comes up.
No, we are suddenly very poor.
And the bidding starts at 25,000. It is known. as the black bays run. Bidding starts at 25,000. Are you guys going to sit around for the auction?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll watch. It's worth knowing who
There's
wants it.
some cautious bids in the crowd. People are not quite sure what to make of them. Though, seem to be some people who were more interested and suddenly are less once they see it, and some people who looked a bit of a face of regret for not checking it out, but it's very cautious bidding. It goes up to 27,000, and it slows, and it goes to 28,000, 29,000, stops, sells for 29,000.
We could have bought it.
Yep.
None of us actually checked what was afterwards.
Well, I'm okay with this. Because we suddenly don't have to scramble to restore a cannon under the eyes of what is essentially the CIA.
And figure out how to crew and sail this thing.
Who bought it?
There is one real sailor among us.
A gentleman you don't recognize. Very tall, thin dragonborn. He is
I make note of
wearing.
him in case you want to steal the boat.
Yeah, he is wearing fine clothes, but nothing extravagant or luxurious. Something like a clerk might wear. He has a chain going into his pocket. And he is wearing it's very simple tan pants, white shirt. You do notice fine cufflinks, but not very descriptive. Were it not for his height and thinness, he would look extremely nondescript.
Wonder how he'll do with the gnome quarters.
That is a good question. Where do we go to claim our boat?
That will be taken care of down at the office.
More waiting in lines. Understood. Let us proceed. If the day's festivities are concluded.
Mm-hmm.
What did we end up paying? I figure I should write that.
30,000.
So we're out. As I see it, we ponied up 10, and we've got a loan for 20.
Which means we need to immediately start figuring out how to make money off this boat.
Yeah, that's right.
Good luck. Well,
Bad luck.
I'll presume you will take care of the paperwork and everything like that. I'll give you any details you need. I'll probably just give those to Sturm, since it's his name on the boat, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, it's my name on the loan, but it's since it's a joint account, it's also Sprocket's name probably.
All right.
I don't imagine how it would be possible for it not to be Sprocket's name. That is as
Yeah.
well.
I could see that being the case.
Otherwise, one of us could have swindled the other.
How do you know I haven't? As you turn and Sprocket's gone.
Mm-hmm. Well, anyways, I think that will be it for the evening.
All right then, got our boat.